What is going on, guys? Google just dropped 3 different models, and guys, these models are so fast and super cheap. Now, these 3 models are called 3.6 Flash, 3.5 Flash Lite, and a security model called 3. Flash Cyber. And stay in tune because at the end of this video, we're gonna get a sneak peek into Gemini 4. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's get straight into the benchmarks. All right, guys. So for the first benchmark, we're gonna be comparing our 3.5 Flash with our new 3.56 Flash, and for this benchmark, we will be comparing the average output tokens per class. Now, I want to get some definitions out of the way so we actually know what we're talking about. So we can define the agent cost as the number of tokens times the price per token. And in this case, it got significantly smaller with 3.56 Flash. So if we take a look at the right side at the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, which is an independent group's overall how smart score that also tracks how much tech a model burns, we can see that the 3.6 Flash actually uses 17% fewer output tokens than the 3.5 Flash. So in simple terms, this means less text to finish the same task means a smaller bill and faster answer. And now if we take a look at the left side, the Deep SUI version 1.1, this is one long multi-step coding job, and we can see that the average output tokens per task dropped from 276,000 tokens to 97 tokens with our newest model. Guys, that's roughly 65% fewer tokens for the same class of task. So not only does our model use less tokens to complete the same task, but on top of that, the price of the token also got cheaper. The output price dropped from $9 to $7.50 per 1 million tokens. The input is $1.50 per million tokens. Now, obviously, the lower the price, the better. And for the most part, the output tokens is always going to cost more than the input tokens. So the output price is the number that matters the most when it comes to agents. Now, it's actually important to note that 3.6 Flash is actually not the cheapest raw output on the board. GPT 5.6 Luna and Grok 4.5 list $6 per output. But when compared to the higher quality premium models, it competes with quality, with Claude Sonnet 5 being at $15 output and Gemini 3.1 Pro being at $12. So the biggest advantage here is that we have less tokens and a lower price. All right, guys, now let's go ahead and talk about the performance. Now, usually the trade-off is cheaper means dumber, but the benchmarks here are telling the opposite story. So let's walk through the panels. So to begin with, these are all scores out of 100. So the percent of test problems the model got right. So think of it like this: the higher the percentage, the better performance it has. And a lot of these tasks are agentic, which just means they're doing a multi-step job on its own. So think of it trying something, checking the result, and then trying the next thing, not necessarily answering a single question. All right, so the first one we're going to be taking a look at is the Deep SUI version 1.1. And this is a long horizon software engineering task. So we can see here that 3.1 scored 12%, 3.5 Flash scored 37%, and now 3.56 Flash, the newest model, scored a whopping 49%. Okay, so to put this in plain English, this task basically means, can it finish one long drawn out coding job start to finish, staying on track across many steps? So like I said, the higher the percentage, the more of those marathon jobs actually got completed. Now let's move on to the MLE bench. Here we can see again 42.6%, 49.7%, and 63.9%. So to put it plainly, can it do a machine learning engineer's job, take a data problem, and actually build and train a working model that performs well? The higher the percentage, the better. In other words, it's can the AI build AI? All right, now let's take a look at this panel, which is basically knowledge work. So 965, 1349, and 1421. So in simple terms, how good is it at real professional white collar work like reports and analysis? Now, if you guys have noticed here, this isn't a percentage. It's an ELO rating, just like a chess rating. So there is no 100 ceiling for this particular task. So the bigger the number just simply means wins the head-to-head more often. The higher the better. And now, last but not least, we have OS World Verified, which is a computer used task. 76.2%, 78.4%, and 83%. Again, in plain English, this means can it use a normal computer desktop like a person clicking, typing, opening apps? The higher percentage means more desktop tasks were completed. All right, guys, now let's move on to some of the most important benchmarks. Here, we're going to be looking at specific quickly the Gemini 3.6 column, and you guys can compare it to yourself to the rest of the frontier models. So we're going to be looking at SUI Bench Pro, which comes in at 58.7, and you can think of this as fixing real bugs and building real features in real code bases. In other words, this is almost like a developer's day job kind of test. With the higher the percentage, the better. Now we can see out of all the frontier models, this is actually the lowest performing one, which is obviously not a good thing, but what can you do? Now, second, we're going to be looking at Terminal Bench 2.1, which we come in at 78%, and you can think of this as getting jobs done by typing commands in the terminal. Higher percentage, the better. And again, it's actually the lowest out of all the frontier models. Next, we can look at this task. We look at the no tools, which is 85.2, and with tools is 89.4. So this is basically, can it read a complicated chart and actually understand what is going on? So with tools, it's always going to score higher because it basically means it's allowed to write a little code to help scrunch the numbers. The higher percentage, the better. And it actually performs really, really well when it comes to the other frontier models, as we can see right here. And last but not least, we're going to be taking a look at this with a 91.8% with the 128 context window and a 54% with the 1 million context window. And we can think of this as the needle in a haystack memory test. Can it find specific facts buried in a giant wall of text? So the higher percentage, the better, and the score dropping as the pile grows is normal and expected. And once again, it actually performs the best out of all the frontier models. All right, so let's take a look at OS World, which is a computer use task. Now, for this task, it actually beats Sonnet 5 at computer use, funny enough. But if you guys may or may not know, Gemini is actually known for having really, really good computer use. So if we look at the table, Gemini 3.6 Flash comes in at 83%, Claude Sonnet 5 comes in at 81.2%, and GPT 5.6 Luna comes in at 72.6%. Now, the important thing to note about 3.6 Flash is not that it's going to win every single task and every single benchmark against the other frontier models, but it's the fact that it's pretty relatively cheap and fast. I think that's really the main selling point. Now, let's quickly pivot for a second and let's look at 3.5 Flash Lite, which is actually the cheapest tier available with the newest models now. And we're going to compare it to 3 Flash, which is the old mid-tier model. So taking a look at SUI Bench Pro, we can see that 3 Flash comes in at 49.6 versus Flash Lite coming in at 54.2. Now, this is the one that does real bug fixing and feature work. If we take a look at OS World, the computer use task, we can see that 3 Flash comes in at 65.1 and Flash Lite comes in at 74%. So almost a 10% increase in performance. So overall, when it comes to 3.5 Flash Lite, we can see that speed and price are the main selling point. 350 output tokens per second at 30 cents per 1 million input and $2.50 per 1 million output. You can think of the tokens per second as just the raw typing speed. All right, now let's go ahead and check out 3.5 Flash Cyber, which is the newest security model. So this is a small model fine-tuned for one job, finding and fixing cybersecurity vulnerabilities. So let's look at the benchmark. On Cyber Gym, Flash Cyber scores 83.2%. It does not top the chart. Mithu's Preview comes in at 83.1%. GPT 5.6 Soul comes in at 83.6%. And Mythos 5 comes in at 83.8. GPT 5.5 Cyber comes in at 85.6. So the real selling point when it comes to this model is that it's efficient. It's a small specialized model that comes within 2.4 points of the best frontier models on the board. Unfortunately, it will be exclusively available to governments and trusted partners via CodeMender soon as part of the limited access pilot program. Now, the Gemini 3.6 Flash API is already available and released. The context window consists of a full 1 million context and the output is 64 output tokens. Now, just because this is the capacity does not mean you should be using all the context window at all time. The input number is how much text you can hand it at once, and the output number is how much it can write in one go. Bigger means you can feed it more, so higher here is better, but it is a size limit, not a grade on the answers. Now, here are the inputs that it can take: text, image, video, audio, and PDF, and output is text only as of right now. Some of the built-in capabilities are function calling, code execution, search grounding, maps grounding, computer use, structured outputs linking, context caching, file search, URLs context, batch API plus flex, and a couple more things. Now, Gemini 3.5 Pro is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And they also announced that Gemini 4 has officially began training. So it's only a matter of time until Gemini Gemini 4 comes out. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the gist of all the models. The important thing to note here is that the models got one, cheaper, and number two, they got better. Gemini 4 is already in the oven and it should come out hopefully soon this year. If you want to learn how to build these models, then join my free community. Link will be in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to see a Gemini 4 breakdown, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.